Alright, so let's play around with this a little bit. We have this draw function now I've added, and we have the setup function. So this is active mode now. I've set a couple parameters up here, or kind of attributes. I wanted to draw a rectangle using the center point rather than the top left point. And I said I don't really want the line around it, so I specified no stroke. And now these are things that are not part of raw Java. They're part of the sort of skin of Java that is processing. Same with size and fill. These aren't things that will be on any AP test if you ever are taking the AP test. But just as a reminder. Okay, but then this void draw function is going to run this loop over and over and over. So now if we say like we want to draw ellipses based on the x-coordinate of the loop. Let's draw it at the center x, and then the height divided by 2. And then we'll draw it at size, I don't know, 40, because it's there. We'll do 40. Or do it smaller so there's a little gap in between. We'll do 20, 30. How about 30? And then 30 for the height of our ellipse. And if we run this program, it develops a color randomly, or it assigns a color randomly, and then draws a series of ellipses. Okay, that's one thing that we could do. What if we wanted to have it change colors, or I don't know, let's have it flex so that not only is the position based on this x-coordinate, but like the size is based on the x-coordinate. So let's have it be as tall as the x-coordinate. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, so here we go. And if we run this and we've made the height relative to the x-coordinate, cool, we start to get different results. What if we made the height relative to the size, to the position of the mouse? Alright, so there's this function in the processing language called distance, or dist is what it's actually called. So let's create a float variable, and then we'll make this the size, and we'll set it equal to the distance between the x point and halfway down the screen, so where our shapes are being drawn. So you can see this is where our shapes are being drawn, the x and y of our shape. That's the first point that we send the distance function. The second point that we send the distance function is the mouse x, and height divided by 2. Let's just say where our mouse is horizontally with respect to our circles that we're drawing. And then instead of the height being x, we're going to set the width and height of our ellipse to the variable size. And let's divide it by 4. So, well, let's just run this and see what it does. So we've set the size to be the distance from the mouse to the circle. All right. So let's see what this does. Oh, it just immediately fills it up because we haven't been drawing it as it's an animation. So we need, every time the frame is drawn, to draw the background. And we'll just set it equal to white so that we can easily see what's going on. And so if we run this now, let's see what happens. Ooh. So our circles, the closer the mouse is to the circle, the smaller the circle is. That's cool. So what if we, but it's still too big. So let's make the size a fourth of the distance between the mouse and the circle. So now if we run our program, ooh, we start to get different things. I have a function down below called drawFace, which, believe it or not, draws a face. So I'm going to comment this out now, and I'm going to use my drawFace function, and I'm going to pass my drawFace function what it asks for, which is an x-coordinate, a y-coordinate, which we're going to say is halfway down the screen, and a size coordinate. And then it'll take care of drawing the face for us at all those locations. And so now you can start to see how these functions kind of work in combination with each other to do really interesting things. So what I want you to do is to try and replicate this face one and show me when you have something like this done, and then we'll kind of move on from there.